This is One on One. Ken Jennings is the principal of Benedictine Academy. Good to see you.
Thank you, Steve.
For those who do not know your academy, describe it.
We're an all-girls college preparatory high school in the city of Elizabeth. We have 200 students, and we're very active in a lot of different ways. Obviously, academically, college preparatory. Our students are attending some of the major universities, Princeton University, NYU, Fordham, University of Notre Dame, girls that are involved in the sciences, the humanities. Sure. So it's an exciting time in our school.
I met some of the young ladies from Benedictine at the Governor's Jefferson Awards that are done every year, which honor and recognize those who are making a difference. And the young women from your school were recognized for the work that they are doing in connection with two areas. One having to do with trying to fight bullying, and the other having to do with?
Human trafficking.
Yeah. Describe that, because it is just amazing.
It's the girls, and under the leadership of our campus minister, Linda Mikowski, and also Sister Donna Jo Rapetti, our guidance counselor, have formed a student leadership team, and they call themselves the Core Defenders. Core from the Latin word meaning heart, and they want to defend the heart, speak to the heart of young people, adults. Education, they feel, is empowerment. And so the girls have done an amazing job to really get the program out there about a curriculum about how to fight human trafficking.
Well, what are they doing specifically?
Well, right now, one of the initiatives that they have just done is a program called B5 by 5.
Right.
And it's again, it provides schools, educators with an entire curriculum to lay out some of the danger signs for human trafficking. And people might think that it will be in this area, but it is. So things like, be vigilant and talk to your parents about where you're going. Be careful, of course, of the social media, Facebook, and other areas. So again, to empower.
And in fact, there's a public service announcement we're about to show right now that goes to that you guys are very involved in, right? That's
correct. And we've been working, Mrs. Mikowski and Sister Donna Jo have been working with the Attorney General's office. They just had a big press conference this week, again, because the Super Bowl is coming here to New Jersey.
Sure.
And as a result of that, they feel, again, there's going to be a proliferation sadly, of people coming to this area.
We're taping around the time of the Super Bowl, but this program will be seen afterwards, but this PSA is still very valuable. Let's go to the PSA, and it speaks for itself.
My name is Leah Albright Bird. Between the ages of 14 and 18, I was sex trafficked. Today, I am the executive director of Bridget's Dream.
I'm Assistant Attorney General Tracy Thompson, chair of the New Jersey Human Trafficking Task Force. Leah's story is one of exceptional courage and empowerment. Unfortunately, her friend Bridget Gray's story did not end well.
According to a Shared Hope International report, over 100,000 American children fall prey to sex trafficking each year. And the Department of Justice reports that close to 300,000 more are at risk. If you think it can't happen to you or your child, you're wrong.
Ken, why is this so important for the young women at your school to be involved in this fight?
Well, I think that on a couple of different levels. Obviously, as a Catholic high school, we have a mission to be about social justice. And this is one of the things I think it stems from our mission and beliefs, the care and dignity of every human individual. You mentioned before about bullying. That's something, obviously, it's never accepted in our school or within any Catholic school, any school here in New Jersey. And so we feel very passionate about that idea that, we want to be a bully-free school, but also we want to make sure that our young women are empowered to know that they can become anything they can become.
Who are these young women? Where do they come from?
Our students?
Yes.
They come from the local Essex and Union County areas. Many of them come from financially difficult backgrounds. So our school, through our development office, we raised last year $1.1 million in funds. Sister Germaine, our president, we call her kind of the face of Benedictine Academy. Father Edwin down at St. Benedict's, right, our brother school. And Sister Germaine and Rosemary Anderson in the development office do an incredible job to raise money so that our students have a Benedictine Catholic education.
For those who don't know, I happen to go to an all-boys Catholic high school, as you well know.
Yes.
Which doesn't even exist anymore.
Catholic,
as
right?
a Catholic,
Yes.
run by the Irish Christian Brothers. I know what that education is. I know what it means. It's hard to describe to someone who has never had that experience what it does mean. But what does it mean to those young women?
I think, as I said before, I think there's that whole idea of the education as empowerment, but also we're teaching our young ladies about the idea of critical thinking here. They learn in the textbook about social justice, but now they have a platform to be able actually to live it out. Miss Mikowski and the core defenders, it really came from the creativity of the students. They working together, and and they're sharing that message with other schools. So it's the idea that it starts with an idea that they read about, hear about, but now it's put into action.
Do you think it matters? It's interesting. For those of us who grew up in urban areas, I'm always curious about this. I wonder if parochial schools in urban areas are different than parochial schools in suburban areas. You're in a very urban area.
Yes.
For these young women, it means, listen, they have choices, and there's some terrific public schools. Do you think it's different?
Oh, I definitely think it's different. I mean, I hear from families and parents who ask, we want our daughter at Benedictine Academy, not only because it's a safe school, but because there are moral values and foundations that, we as Catholic graduates know about. And I think that makes such a big difference. They go on to become leaders of the future. And we see that in our students. They're making a big difference, and they care, and they're passionate. And that stems, I think, from the fact that the faculty has a mission. We call it listen, learn, love, and lead. Our belief system. We say everywhere they go, Jesus Christ is the first teacher of our school. Everywhere they look, there are moral values and principles, and I think it all emanates from that. And we talk about that every single day. Like St. Benedict's Prep, we have a homeroom where we all gather and we have that common message. So we're all passionate. I mean, that's the great thing. I mean, as Catholic educators, we're passionate about our vocation. We really want to go out there, make a difference. I know I feel that, and I think all of us staff at Benedictine Academy.
Just want to clarify. To our brothers and sisters in the public schools, and we're very close to those teachers, and that's why we celebrate teachers through our Classroom Close-Up series in cooperation with the NJEA. We know great things go on in public schools as well, but we just want to acknowledge that for certain people, they have a choice, and that is where they choose to.
Exactly. And we've shared that message. We work with public schools, charter schools, in sharing the message about the abolition of human slavery. To think about 27 million people enslaved. That's an incredible crisis. So it doesn't really matter whether it's parochial or public schools. This is a message that's for all human beings. We want our girls to get that out there. We even have a flash drive that's been created by Mrs. Mikowski and Sister Donna Joe, so that it can go to any school here in America. We're also one of the first schools to be part of the Frederick Douglass initiatives. Frederick Douglass, of course, the great emancipator of the slaves. His great-great-grandson has been involved with our school, has spoken to our school about the whole issue of human slavery.
You have an amazing school with amazing young women who are leaders and are making a difference. You're very proud of them, aren't you? I'm
very proud of the young women at Benedictine Academy, and it's just a great place to be.
Ken Jennings, principal of Benedictine Academy in beautiful Elizabeth, New Jersey, where important things go on. They fight bullying and human trafficking every day. That's why they won the Jefferson Award for making a difference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Wells Fargo, PSE&G, the New Jersey Education Association, Health Republic Insurance of New Jersey, New Jersey Sharing Network, MD Advantage Insurance Company of New Jersey, and by the Russell Berry Foundation. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.